Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. If you are new to this channel, it is just about me not drinking this dubious looking cappuccino, showing you beautiful views of Hong Kong, in this case very appropriate for the subject matter, which is, yes, the Rolex Milgauss 116400 GV, also known as the Z-Blue. A bizarre mix of a stunning sunray blue dial filtered through a green sapphire crystal, which, as you can see, has some angle, a bit more vertical than the beautifully polished bezel, and then incredible dashes of orange from the name Milgauss, the minute track, to the focal point of the watch for many, this lightning strike of orange that seconds hand individually. It shouldn't work, all these elements, but put together it's just a lovely watch on the wrist. You have the Rolex around the rear heart. The coronet aligns on top properly, and you can see the crown on those Milgauss has a nice proportion. It's a bigger crown than, for example, on the large current generation Datejusts. The coronet on this one points the wrong way, well, unless you hold your watch like this. You might have seen my videos about the Air King, so it's the same case construction with a case that protects the movement, the 3131, very accurate superlative movement, which has been running. I got the watch yesterday, it's running exactly on the dot. It protects the movement from the magnetic fields interference. Historically, the Milgauss was created for people working around heavy magnetic instruments. And here, big difference also with the Air King, beyond that gorgeous dial and all the indices and everything, is that you have a polished center links, and the center of the clasp is also polished. You can see I still have stickers. The lady didn't remove everything in the shop. And you still have the Easy Link. The sizing was the same as for my Air King. I have 17 centimeter wrists, so I really like this case size. It has more girth than the Explorer 1, for example. Works very well for me, and actually it works very well on women as well. It's a fashion here to wear large watches. If your wrist is very thin, this won't be the watch for you. Although at 40 millimeters and with those tapered lugs, I think anyone can pull this off. The watch is a real stunner. It's a bit of a sleeper in the range, underappreciated, sometimes frowned upon. But as I was walking yesterday during lunchtime through the mall, taking my usual little walk that leads me to invariably to the Rolex shop, just to have a quick look. You never know, at the window, and there's one of their windows where they usually display the new sports and men things, because they mostly have ladies watches now with diamonds and stuff. And lately they had all three dials of the two-tone Sky Dweller. And they had yesterday the smaller versions of the Yacht Masters on the Oyster Flex. They had all three different versions of the Yacht Master 2. Very tempted by the steel one, but it's a ton of money. It's a ton of money. It's like almost 20 grand. 144,000 Hong Kong dollar divided by 7.85. It's not 20 grand, but still a lot of money. It's the most expensive watch, more than the Sky Dwellers in two tones actually. And then yesterday appeared, almost miraculously, a sports model, this blue Milgauss. And I kind of did a double turn. I'm like, checked a bit Chrono 24 and the local ads. Yeah, you can see them. You can see them with a small discount and everything. But still, you usually see the black version and the white version in the shops here. You can find those quite easily. In that shop, I had seen the black version actually. Very nice watch, no doubt. But I had never seen the Z Blue, which is more popular, and I will learn later on that they get it about every 2-3 months. So first I finished my shopping. Then I thought about it. And I thought that's my chance to try it on. So I went up, and I realized that the shop is not actually a Rolex shop. I always thought it was, and I was wondering why the attitude was not very good in it. Actually, it's part of the Dixon's chain of luxury jewelry stores. They sell all kinds of brands in the other branch that I visited before, and where they were very unfriendly, and where I had already seen that they were delivering the watches in top demand to certain customers, but for me they would just point me to the also perpetual case, you know, the drill. And so I walked in here, and luckily the lady who I know to be the nicest in that shop came to me because the other guys were busy. The oldest guy was actually busy with a customer who had a fresh Daytona Panda and was getting the bag to go with it. So apparently he had just been delivered his Daytona. I'm expecting this guy to be selling it tomorrow on Facebook Marketplace. I'll let you know if I see that. He didn't even look happy. I'd be jumping with joy, and he did not even look happy. And so I sat down with the lady. I asked to see the watch, and we talked about watches. Luckily, I came prepared, and I was wearing my Sea Dweller 4000, a watch for connoisseurs. Although the thing is with that watch is the majority of people will think it's just the common Rolex, the Submariner, which has become very uncommon to find, but everybody wears one in Hong Kong, and only the connoisseurs of Rolex, the people who really enjoy the brand, will give you the nod for that one. And so next to it, the Milgauss actually looked very, very special. When I put it on the wrist, it was like, ta-da! This is the blue dial I had been missing in my collection. Yes, I would like to have the Sky Dweller in blue, and I talked about it to the lady, gave her my card, she gave me her card. We talked at length about the market and everything. Told her, I know it's in high demand, but just in case, I'm in the building. Yeah, I showed her my collection. She knows I'm serious about Rolex, about keeping them. And she knows I would like to have a complication. So you never know. I think that's the way to go. You have to be polite, be courteous, and just talk about your watch goals. And you never know, she might help me get them. And so I tried to watch on. Had a thought about it because it's a ton of money. It's really expensive. This is a luxury item. Undoubtedly, it's not just your average sports model. It is. It's not entry price anymore for the Milgauss. And actually, in real life, this costs 50% more than the Air King, which I got in Europe. So I got the VAT back. So for a watch which is constructed the same way but has some nicer appointments. The polishing of the whole, of the top of the lugs, of the inner links, the different indices, the dial, the special protruding green crystal. Still, it's a lot of money to, but I don't know, it was calling me. And honestly, now that I have it and I see it in my collection, it feels good to have color finally in my Rolection. Trademark, Rolexion. Okay, I'm gonna use that again in another video. I'm gonna show you my whole Rolexion all together, or I should say my Rolexion. After all, we speak French as well in Switzerland. One day later, total honeymoon. This watch, this dial, the way the green filters the blue dial, which is dancing with the light, is special. So it's not a harsh blue in person, it's very soft, but today it's getting a bit rainy, so it's getting darker inside. So now the dial is getting a bit darker, while outside I took a walk during lunchtime and it was really stunning, really more of a light blue. And it's nice to see it change now that it's getting a bit darker here and inside a room with artificial light. So let me know what you think about the watch. If you've been thinking about it, I think don't think too long, because once these will be gone, it's one of those watches people will say, I wish I had grabbed one, because the Oyster Perpetuals come in colors, in steel, but usually smaller, although there's a 39mm version. I think this one offers more, something different, something larger, a bit bigger, if that's what you like. And so I will be comparing this to my other blue watches, the Aquaterra. It's going to be interesting, an interesting discussion. I already have a few thoughts about it, because we'll discuss this in the next video. I compared this to my Maurice Lacroix Icon, which I always thought had a beautiful blue dial, but I think this one is really one of the best, if not the best in the business. That's what Rolex does, you know. People dismiss the Milgauss and the Air King, and then when you have them on the wrist, it's like, yeah, that's a Rolex, and the quality is there. So there you go. This is just a quick introduction video before we compare this and look at it in the context of my collection, and decide maybe if a few things should go to make it a bit more streamlined. I gotta say, I know it's only the second day, so I should probably wait a month and see how I feel about it. But this is very special, and when you look at yourself in the mirror, you know, in the bathroom, and in the elevator, outside, when you catch a reflection, wow, this really pops. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It looks like the rain is coming down on Hong Kong. Hong Kong, you might have seen this weekend a few more protests and a bit more violence. And I don't really believe that the people who were tearing down pavements in Central, I saw that on Monday morning, really appalling behavior. I don't believe these people love Hong Kong, and I don't believe that they are the same kind of people who protest. What they're doing is probably disruption, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was paying them to do that. It's my opinion. That's what happens in a democracy. You can voice your opinion. The problem in Hong Kong is that now if you voice your opinion, you can get lynched by a mob. It's a very bizarre situation. But most importantly, my bad coffee is getting cold. I'm gonna drink it anyway. And Milgauss is getting really hot. Bye bye, guys.
Going from A to Z, which is why I'm ending on Z. And by that, I mean Milgauss GV Z Blue. My favorite Rolex The one I would buy if I had to buy now and put it on my own wrist for my own coin. This is the wackiest watch Rolex makes, and the wackiest watch it's made in a long time. The watch came out at Baselworld 2014 and it dropped jaws. It remains a special timepiece to the point that I've only held 2 of these in my hand since I started doing videos for Watchbox and Govberg. Now the timepiece is easily the rarest of the modern 116400 reference Milgauss. So if you wanted to buy one as a speculative purchase, this watch is selling for both below retail, as we've got it for under $8,000, and like I said, it is a scarce commodity, and it is a steel Rolex sports watch. It's green, it's white, it's orange, it's blue, it's sunburst. It's incredibly dynamic to the point that I can't tell you this watch looks the same from any 2 angles. It's a chameleon in steel, and I can't think of a better way to bring tonight's Steel is Real show to a close. Again, this is the one I would buy. It's got a tinge of my favorite color, green, and plenty of my second favorite color, blue. Plus, I said watchmakers need to make more orange watches. Rolex, you're getting there. Continue the thought. 100 meters water resistant and anti-magnetic. This is an awesome watch and clean without a cyclops or a date. Believe it or not, if you've got the zany postmodern irony and the sensibility to wear it with formal attire, yes, this is an aesthetically balanced dress watch because it is, after all, the man who makes the watch and not the other way around.